This content makes reference to a YouTube video that we did last week when we asked the question, why is SmallBizDavid committing to 2012 Global Entrepreneurship Week now, was the question. This simple answer to the question was because I have been involved in what is now called Global Entrepreneurship Week for 5 years, and I have 3 certificates of distinguished partnership, well, 2 there and 1 around here someplace. And it reminded me that that week is one of the most important weeks of my entire year, and a lot of great things have happened to me during Global Entrepreneurship Week. The purpose of the week is to those entrepreneurs to share entrepreneurial experiences, to mentor students of entrepreneurship in the ways of entrepreneurship. What got us to where we are today? What was the journey and the road that we traveled to get to where we are today? It just so happened, and it was just the way it was supposed to happen, I guess, that about 4 months ago, maybe 5 months ago now, I got a quick email from my son Sam in Rome, or a text message, I don't remember what it was, saying that I was going to get a contact from a Humphrey who he had just met. I said, great, fine. I think within the hour, Humphrey was Skyping me from Rome and calling me SmallBizDavid. At any rate, he had met Sam and Kimberly, and they, as Humphrey was explaining what he was doing to Sam, Sam said, well, you need to talk to my dad. And so we made the connection that way. And it's been a wonderful interchange that I've had with Humphrey. One of the things that we're going to be doing during Global Entrepreneurship Week is we haven't figured out how it's going to work yet. It's going to start with a landing page, that we know. And Humphrey is a Nigerian graduate student studying at the Rome School of Business. Matter of fact, Rome Business School. Matter of fact, my invitation to participate in the project came on letterhead from the Rome Business School. And Humphrey, his graduate program is entitled the International School of Entrepreneurship, Nigeria. Humphrey invited me to be on his advisory staff to set up the curriculum, if you will. And because he was following me, or soon after he learned to follow me, he wanted me to share with entrepreneurship students in his native Nigeria. He will go back to Nigeria to set this program up. He sent me some communication from the Nigerian government. I think it was. At any rate, I will be presenting a social marketing, social network technology model. We're going to do it through a landing page, a community landing page that Humphrey will share with the students, and we'll show them how things work, how really simple things can be. Lots and lots of technology available. Not all of it is meaningful to what it is that you want to do. Much of it will be. You just have to figure out what you need to make it work for you. We'll share with you how a YouTube and a landing page in our community makes it work for us. Somebody who knew of my involvement, or maybe it was somebody that a student saw the YouTube, don't remember what, um, said, well, one of your demographic targets uh, for your new community fund game are going to be students of entrepreneurship. And we heard you say there will be uh, grades 6 through 8, grades 9 through 12, and college students and university students who are studying, students of entrepreneurship, interested in starting a business. And not only that, then represents 3 of the targets, and the winners of our community fund game, there will be 7 of them, will have a landing page in our community that generates the most cash flow. You'll pick the category that you want to be in. Of the 7, a lot of families are going to choose to work together. Well, the rest of the categories, there's students of entrepreneurship, there are baby boomers, and the baby boomers may get a little extra help from me, as I am a proud baby boomer. Baby boomer being defined as one who was born between the years of 1946 and 1964. Everybody has to know a baby boomer because there are 76 million of them. They will have their own demographic category and landing page. A landing page for baby boomers, as each of our categories will have their own community landing page, a place for them to communicate as a group, if you will. During Global Entrepreneurship Week, we will, not only will those 3 student groups still be competing for the prize of 2012. It's the landing page that generates the most cash flow in 2012. Unfortunately, I'm not allowed to be part of the contest. That's okay. A big fund could be shared. There'll be $49 from every landing page in the entire community will be put into this fund. So if we have 10,000 landing pages, there will be $490,000 in this fund. And at the end of 2012, each one of those 7 categories that I meant, well, I didn't mention all the categories. I mentioned there are 3 levels of students, baby boomers. The other 3 categories are Facebook, uh, family and friends. That's a category. There is LinkedIn. I have a group that I created at LinkedIn 3 years ago that I've never really done anything with, but we are going to now. So there will be a category for the small business barter exchange in LinkedIn. And we are going to create a free-for-all in Twitter, because Twitter is a free-for-all. I've never seen anything like it. It's amazing how Twitter works. One of the most fascinating pieces of technology development, most fascinating I've ever seen, and a brilliant, brilliant business decision as well as marketing decision to say that a tweet had to be less than 140 characters. Brilliant. It saved the folks at Twitter millions and millions of dollars of bandwidth, being able to provide bandwidth to support a Facebook profile, a Facebook picture, and as soon as Zuck they figured out just how to execute a search engine, a Facebook search engine, nonetheless, one in Facebook. Be pretty interesting to see if it leaves the Facebook firewalls, that search engine, but we know it doesn't need to with the 1 billion profiles that are in the database, in the community. They don't need to go outside the community, and that doesn't even include China or India or Spain. Imagine how many profiles there would be in Facebook if those three communities were allowed to belong. Amazing story. But that search engine that Facebook, they have one, but it's got to get bigger. It has to get more robust. As soon as people figure out how to use it and why to use it, it's going to cost Facebook zillions of dollars to provide the bandwidth, the server space, the hosting space. I guess that's an okay thing, because in less than 6 weeks, Facebook will be made a public company, and their shares will create somewhere between $5 and $10 billion of revenue into the company, and that would then evaluate the company at somewhere larger than $100 billion, all done in approximately 8 years, creating at age 28. The Zuck will, on his 28th birthday, coming in May, he will be worth in excess of $41 billion, and he did that in 8 years. So if you saw the movie Social Network, you saw how Facebook got started, and all the players who I guess now have been paid off. There must be still some of the originals around. The original mural painter of walls at Facebook, when the company goes public, will have over $500 million in Facebook stock. Pretty smart guy. Is it 500 million or 500,000? It's 500 million, I think. Oh my goodness. Community family fun game. The technology is being put in place as we speak. It is going to be introduced on Wednesday, God willing. We're going to have a lot of fun with it because starting a new small business needs to be a place to start with the mindset of having fun with what it is that you're doing. I've met too many small business owners in my life who are not having fun with what they do. And some of them have spent 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, 20, 40, 50 years. Boy, I have met some 50-year-old owners of businesses, owned a business for 50 years. Not many. But you can and should have fun with that endeavor because we spend so much time and energy making it happen. And when it can be fun doing, I'm having more fun doing what I'm doing right now than any of the 40 years past because of just the learnings that we have done. I find well, I don't find it necessarily. Curtis says, here's a new technology, and I say, wow, it can really do that. It was so much more difficult to do things the old-fashioned way. It can and should be fun, and we want to have fun. And if you stop having fun, then you probably need to move on and do something else. We just spend too much time and energy doing it. I need to we spoke about a lot of things. Global Entrepreneurship Week. Boy, what a great week it's going to be for David's Barter community this year. It's going to be whatever it ends up that we do with future entrepreneurs in Nigeria, as well as students of entrepreneurship in the United States. And it's happening at David's Barter community. Tell your friends and family about it.